A quick question about when you're going to get in the game. Iowa is going to again have a straw poll. It looks like the Republicans are going to have a straw poll in the summer. Are you going to participate in that?
Well, we'll certainly make a decision by then as to whether we're going to be in the race or not. I have a feeling on straw polls and all the. I mean, there's, as you know, there's a variety of straw polls in Washington, all over the place. I'm someone who keeps my eye on the ball, and that is, you keep your eye on when you're really going to put points on the board. And so whether there's a straw poll or not, whether there's other straw polls, I'm going to keep my eye. Will we participate? I mean, what we did last time is we went and we spoke and we had a good time, but we didn't certainly spend the precious resources we have and the time and energy on a straw poll. We're going to spend our time and energy, if we get in, on when the points count.
Which interests you more, whether Tom Brady is telling the truth or what happened in the meeting yesterday between Mitt Romney and Jeb Bush, and why?
I'd rather know whether Tom Brady's telling the truth, because I don't think what happened yesterday between Mitt Romney and Jeb Bush are going to have any real consequence. But what happened, whether Tom Brady's telling the truth, may have some real consequence.
And what's your gut? Is he telling the truth?
You know what? I think I ticked off Patriot fans enough yesterday with my comments that he should take ownership, which I still believe he should. He should stand up and say, well, look, this is what happened, and if he didn't do it, then I think he has an obligation to find out who did, because it's sitting on his shoulders right now.
Yeah. You've run this phase of this operation as you explore whether to get in or not. How would you rate the job you and your operation have done so far in allowing you to position yourself if you do run to be a strong candidate?
Yeah, well, I think we're light years ahead of where we were 4 years ago, that's for sure. I mean, we have a strong base of support all across the country. That we've maintained communications here in Iowa as well as across the country. Been traveling a lot and speaking a lot and working with people. We've been able to maintain a strong donor base, which is really important. I read an article today, I think it was in the Wall Street Journal, talking about how 60-some% of Mitt Romney's money came from people who gave him more than $2,000 or something like that. And I think something like 70% of our money came from people who gave us like under $200.
Call that Santo style.
Yeah, so we do it a different way. I mean, ours is broader, blue-collar folks. I mean, that's who support us. And so when people say, well, are you able to go out and get all these big donors to support you? We'll have some. We'll have some people who share our vision. But look, I don't make any pretense that we're going to raise $100 million between now and the end of the year. We're going to raise enough money to run a really good, strong campaign if we decide to go. And that's really part of this process that when we were saying we're looking at it, what kind of support are we going to get? How much of the grassroots going to be there if we decide to go? And so those are the questions that we'll discern in the next 4 or 5 months.